This content is based on telepathic communication between the 9th Density Collective of Ra and their conduit Joe. Welcome to the Book of Derek. The Rebuilders are well prepared for the upcoming Earth changes, ready to navigate a world vastly different from the one known today. Thousands of mother souls are currently planning their next incarnations as Rebuilders, meticulously fine-tuning their soul contracts for this pivotal mission. Among them are the young Rebuilders already incarnated on Earth, whose true mission have yet to unfold. They intuitively understand that the world must undergo a profound transformation at its very foundation. What does this mean? Well, it signifies that the power structures that have long dominated humanity will cease to exist, dismantling every aspect of the old paradigm. This impending revolutionary shift may instill fear and anxiety in those clinging to the past, causing them to resist change more desperately. However, in your heart, where others perceive only turbulence, you sense immense hope, a fresh start for the planet. The Rebuilders know that their mission will commence when the moment is right. Patience is essential. Their role is not to restore what must be dismantled or sustain what is destined to collapse. Instead, they are here to lay the foundation for an entirely new society. Civilizations from both outer space and inner Earth will support this endeavor. However, this new human society cannot emerge until Gaia has completed her transformations. Hidden power structures still control the pillars of society. The foundation is corrupt, with the rot spreading deep into its core. For far too long, humanity has been conditioned to think and act in self-limiting and disempowering ways. True transformation will only occur once the old systems are beyond repair, and a complete redesign becomes the only viable path forward. Gaia's upcoming display of power will reshape the world map and activate new energetic hotspots in regions untouched by human activity, places with fresh air, pure water, and clean soil. Those attuned to their inner guidance and intuition will be drawn to these hotspots. There will be no external force pushing them from cities and villages, nor any manipulation behind their desire to leave. Instead, they will seek a fresh start, searching for something beyond description. No flashy advertisement will declare, "Antarctica is now open for investment. Secure your spot today." Such thinking reflects the mindset of the current power structures, driven by control and exploitation. To them, Antarctica is a resource waiting to be extracted. The only reason this hasn't happened yet, aside from the harsh climate, is that powerful star beings claimed Antarctica long ago, using it as their base on Earth. After the Earth changes, however, Antarctica will finally open its doors to humanity. The rebuilders do not share the mindset of the current global elite, the 1%. Instead, the rebuilders follow their heart and higher guidance. First, there will no longer be any form of exploitation of the planet's land or resources. Second, private ownership of land will cease, as Gaia, not humanity, owns this planet. Third, the focus will shift from profit maximization under capitalism to actions that prioritize the well-being of all life: animals, plants, humans, and inner Earth beings alike. The rebuilders will be the first to leave the cities and villages in search of a better life. They will follow their intuition, drawn to the energetic hotspots formed by the movement of tectonic plates. After the rebuilders, many others will be drawn to these remote areas, enchanted by the call of the wilderness, the call of Gaia. People will travel lightly, bringing only what they need to survive and what they can carry. Thus, a new kind of humanity will emerge, one not defined by street smarts, but by nature smarts, as it was centuries ago. Instinctively, they will know how to find clean water, navigate by the stars, gather food from nature, and build the shelters needed for survival. The awakened ones will leave behind the cities and densely populated urban centers, heeding their inner call in search of a better place to settle. Those who remain may perceive them as foolish or delusional, accusing them of abandoning the safety of their homes for what seems like empty dreams. People will travel by bicycle, some by car as far as petrol will allow, while others will ski, walk, or sail. It will be a world where individuals have raised their consciousness, trusting that synchronicities will guide them. Following their inner impulses, they will arrive in seemingly odd, remote places off the beaten track. Upon arrival, they will discover that many others have done the same, each embracing their inner calling in search of a new life. In these energetic hotspots, the rebuilders will be waiting, and new communities resembling tribes will form and grow. The rebuilders will lead not through ego, but by example, introducing a new form of governance rooted in compassion, truth, inner strength, and unconditional love. A new way of cooperation and coexistence will emerge. New societies will form in these remote areas, where the frequencies erupting from the planet through the ley lines will be astonishingly high. Beings from inner Earth and star beings from other planets will share their knowledge, resources, and technology with the emerging tribes. These enlightened societies will transcend traditional concepts of countries and borders. Through cooperation and shared values, a new civilization will arise, rooted in unity and oneness. These tribes, spread across the planet, will live in complete harmony with Gaia. While deeply connected to nature, they will also have access to advanced technologies and materials from off-planet. On one hand, they will be a high-tech civilization powered by zero-point energy. On the other, they will embody a down-to-earth mentality focused on inner earth and the well-being of all. We refer to this emerging society as New Lemuria, though you may choose any name that resonates with you. There will be as many names for these communities as there are languages. This new humanoid civilization shares the same energy as many third-density breakaway civilizations throughout the universe. What unites these groups is their conscious choice of the positive path of service to others and a strong readiness and desire to step into a fifth density reality. This transformation is an inevitable part of evolution, and humanity has faced many failed attempts to reach this level. The energetic hotspots forming across the planet are catalysts for the rapid acceleration and elevation of your collective consciousness. As these communities expand and grow in both inhabitants and territory, they will become the cradle of New Earth. The children born there will enter the world with fully activated DNA strands, granting them access to the complete human genome. These children will carry forward the legacy of the rebuilders, strengthening their visions and helping to build a truly intergalactic society. What will the future world map look like? The reshaping of Earth's crust will lead to new convergence points where leylines intersect, creating powerful energetic hotspots. From our ninth density perspective, these appear as invisible volcanoes that continuously erupt with energy. However, after the Earth changes, these eruptions will be much more intense, releasing energy far greater than what the current hotspots on Earth emit. Let's explore a few key areas. Antarctica will rise as a central hub for New Earth, revealing vast new lands. Its pristine environment, abundant resources, and rich untold history will offer many a new and beautiful home. The future climate of Antarctica will be temperate, no longer locked in extreme cold, with conditions similar to the northernmost parts of Norway and Sweden today. Moreover, Antarctica hosts powerful portals connecting inner Earth to deep space, making it a true melting pot of civilizations. Areas in the Northern Hemisphere, particularly around the Arctic Circle and beyond, will flourish much like Antarctica. Many of the future energetic hotspots will be located in regions that are currently overlooked due to their inhospitable climates. The rebuilders are aware of this and are well prepared for the challenge. Rather than focusing on reconstructing what has been damaged by Earth changes, they will build from scratch, supported by off-planet technology and knowledge. Additionally, Gaia will profoundly aid their efforts as the climate naturally adjusts and becomes milder. In the short term, volcanic ash in the atmosphere will lead to a period of cooling, but long term, expect significant warming. All glaciers will melt, an inevitable process that cannot be stopped. This warming has nothing to do with human-induced climate change. It is completely part of the plan, and nature will adjust as it always does. As a result, countries surrounding the Arctic Circle will attract a large portion of the awakening crowd. These countries include Canada, Alaska, Russia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Greenland. Rising ocean levels will significantly alter coastlines, leading to predictable changes. In addition to the considerable shifting of land masses due to tectonic plate movements, new islands will emerge in the oceans. Most of these islands will serve as energetic hotspots, provided they can withstand sea levels rising by up to 50 meters. Key locations to note include Japan, New Zealand, and various islands in the Canadian and Russian Arctic, as well as Ireland and Scotland. However, all islands, both large and small, will attract the rebuilders. We refer to the previous installment, the Book of Anu, for more information about the Earth changes and their effects. In the future, free zero-point energy will be accessible to all. This technology already exists, but is currently controlled by the deep state. Once the Earth changes are complete, and the deep state is no more, this technology will be gifted to the rebuilders by their star families. The transition from scarcity to abundance is essential to humanity's evolution. The dismantling of outdated power structures will mark the end of deception, power struggles, and criminal behavior. Human wars and the exploitation of land and resources will cease. You will soon understand that your planet holds more than enough resources for every person to live a fulfilled life. After the Earth changes, everything will improve. Your minds will be free from self-limiting beliefs, victim consciousness, and judgment. This is precisely why the Earth must shake and why the tectonic plates must shift. From an evolutionary standpoint, this liberation will pave the way for humanity's ascension. The maps of Asia, Europe, North America, and South America will change dramatically after the Earth shifts. Large portions of land will be submerged beneath rising oceans, while new landmasses will surface in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. This transformation will create a new world map, yet Earth will remain a beautiful planet with an intriguing topography. Consider the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. There is ample space for new land to form. These emerging islands, once the magma cools and the rock stabilizes, will provide ideal conditions for future human settlements. The old world will persist for a time, providing refuge for those who choose not to align with Gaia and resist the evolutionary energies of higher consciousness. However, for those who wish to be part of New Earth, staying in these old cities and population centers is not advisable. These cities will descend into a dystopian reality, growing increasingly dense and disconnected. Over time, they will become invisible, energetically speaking, to those on the leading edge, the ones who have followed the rebuilders into the light. This timeline shift is a real phenomenon, but it must be understood from a ninth density perspective. You will not be forcibly removed from your current reality and placed into a fifth density world. Rather, you will leave the old paradigm behind and move toward the light by aligning with a higher consciousness. This process involves joining forces with others who share a vision of a new, harmonious world. Together, you will build new homes and settle in locations that today might seem unlikely. In these new environments, your long-nurtured dream will be realized. The children of New Earth, born into this reality, will represent the culmination of a journey that began long before you incarnated on Earth. The blueprint for New Lemuria has been in development for thousands of years, symbolizing humanity's graduation from the Earth School and the physical realms of Eon. Until next video, please remember, after the Earth changes, the age of the rebuilders begins. Guided by a pre-birth blueprint, they unite to build a new Lemuria, stone by stone.